January 17th, 1991. The Persian Gulf. Darkness cloaks the desert as coalition forces prepare to strike Saddam's army. Suddenly, a shadow roars to life. A helicopter unlike any other. Armed to the teeth, its eyes piercing the night. This is the AH-64 Apache. A machine that didn't just fight wars, it redefined them. How did this flying fortress become a legend? Let's find out. Picture America in the early 1970s. The Vietnam War has exposed a brutal truth. Helicopters like the Huey are vulnerable to Soviet tanks and anti-aircraft guns. The US Army needs a new weapon. One that can hunt armor in darkness, survive enemy fire, and strike with precision. Enter the Advanced Attack Helicopter Program. Hughes Helicopters, a scrappy innovator, answers the call. Their design, the AH-64 Apache, is a beast. Twin engines, armored cockpit, and a revolutionary targeting system. By 1975, the prototype takes flight. Its T700 turboshaft engines screaming with 1,700 horsepower. Named for the Apache warrior's ferocity, it's built to dominate. But the road isn't easy. Cost overruns and tech glitches push engineers to the brink. In 1984, the Apache enters service, just as Cold War tensions peak. Its true test, though, lies in the deserts of the Middle East. What makes the Apache so lethal? Let's break it down. This isn't just a helicopter, it's a flying arsenal engineered for destruction. The AH-64 Apache is a two-seat attack helicopter, crewed by a pilot and a gunner. Its airframe stretches 58 feet, with a 48-foot rotor span, powered by two General Electric T700 engines, hitting 182 miles per hour. Armored to withstand 23mm rounds, it's a tank in the sky, weighing 17,000 pounds loaded. Its teeth, a 30mm M230 chain gun under the nose, firing 625 rounds per minute, shredding vehicles at 1.5 miles. It carries up to 16 Hellfire missiles, laser guided for pinpoint strikes, and 76 Hydra rockets for saturation. The nose-mounted target acquisition system sees through darkness with thermal imaging. Later models, like the AH-64D Longbow, added a radar dome, spotting 256 targets at once. But specs don't tell the whole story. It's the crew and the Apache's nerve that make it unstoppable. January 1991, Operation Desert Storm ignites. Saddam Hussein's army, the world's fourth largest, digs in with Soviet tanks and radar sites. The coalition's plan? Blind the enemy before the ground war. The Apache leads the charge. On the war's first night, 8 Apaches from the 101st Airborne slip across the Iraqi border. Guided by thermal sights, they fire Hellfire missiles, obliterating radar stations. The strike opens a corridor for airstrikes, crippling Iraq's defenses. In the weeks that follow, Apaches hunt tanks in the desert, their chain guns and missiles leaving trails of fire. By February, they've destroyed 278 Iraqi vehicles, facing RPGs and sandstorms. The 100-hour ground war seals the victory. The Apache's precision and power stun the world, earning it a fearsome nickname, the Tank Killer. It didn't just win battles, it reshaped modern warfare. Victory came at a price. Apache pilots carried a weight heavier than their machine's armor. Most were young, in their 20s, trained to fly low and fast through enemy fire. They called it dancing with death. But for many, it was a relentless grind. Imagine strapping into an Apache's cockpit, night vision goggles glowing green. You're 25, with a family photo taped to the console. At 50 feet above the desert, you dodge tracer rounds, sand blinding your sensors. You fly 3 missions a night, landing with nerves frayed, only to relaunch hours later. In Iraq and Afghanistan, pilots faced RPGs, small arms, even birds striking rotors. One pilot, Chief Warrant Officer Don Halfacker, wrote of the strain, "We lived for the mission, but it haunted our sleep." Over 30 Apaches were lost in combat from 1991 to 2020, some with their crews. Their courage wasn't just skill, it was trust in a machine that became their shield. The Apache didn't rule the skies alone. It faced a fierce rival in the Soviet Mi-24 Hind. Nicknamed the Flying Tank, the Hind matched the Apache's firepower, hitting 208 miles per hour with a 23mm cannon and anti-tank missiles. Armored to shrug off small arms, it carried 8 troops, blending attack and transport roles. But the duel wasn't just about specs. The Hind was a brute, built for Soviet shock tactics, devastating Afghan mujahideen in the 1980s. Yet its size made it less agile, and its analog systems lagged behind the Apache's thermal sights and hellfires. In Desert Storm, Apaches outmaneuvered Iraqi Hinds, their longbow radar giving an edge. The rivalry was a Cold War echo. A single misstep, missing a Hind's missile lock, meant disaster. But the Apache's pilots, backed by tech and grit, proved their machine was the desert's deadliest hunter. The Apache story didn't end in 1991. It flew in every major US conflict: Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya. Over 2,400 were built, with upgrades like the AH-64E Guardian, boasting drones as wingmen. Its Hellfires struck Taliban bunkers. Its chain gun saved pinned-down Marines. But its true legacy? The human nerve. Engineers at Hughes, now Boeing, pushed boundaries. Pilots risked all, their stories etched in after-action reports. Today, Apaches still patrol skies, their rotors a warning to foes. At air shows, they dazzle crowds, a testament to ingenuity. The Apache isn't just a helicopter. It's a symbol of precision, courage, and the unrelenting will to protect. Thanks for diving into the Apache's legend with Chronicles of Arms. What's your favorite attack helicopter? Drop it in the comments and let's keep the story alive. If this tale gripped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more Chronicles of War's greatest weapons. Next time, we'll wield another icon. Any guesses? Suggest it below. See you in the skies.